I just came back from yet another trip from my AMC movie theater, one of the two that I frequent. Usually, the word usually is redundant, of course. If you say frequent, usually is redundant. It's unnecessary. As is the word unnecessary if you use the word redundant. But in any case, as is the word but if you use the phrase in any case. Anyway, I saw the movie The Long Shot, or Long Shot. I'm not sure if it includes the word the in the title, which I thought I wouldn't enjoy. And wouldn't you know it, I didn't particularly like. So why did I see it, you might ask? Some of you at least. I'm sure that some of the people watching this video so far will ask, then why did you choose to see that movie, spend your money on that movie and not all the other ones that are playing? Well, I've seen most of the other ones, and that was one of the very few remaining in my preferred time slot, so I went for this one. But why did I think that I wouldn't enjoy it? Well, it's because of the two protagonists, neither of whom I particularly like. Actually, I'm pretty averse to both of them. So they are, the male lead is Seth Rogen, and the female lead is Charlize Theron. Why don't I like Seth Rogen? Well, let me put the question to you. What's to like about Seth Rogen? Is he likable, first of all? No, not particularly. Not any more than the average person you meet on the street. Plus, you don't really know what he would be like without all the weed that he smokes. In fact, I believe I remember the anecdote accurately that when someone at the studio where he used to work moved into his office, they had to fumigate it to get the stench of the weed off the walls. So we don't really know what he would be like without the weed. So, he's supposedly this mellow on marijuana, so maybe without it he'd be even less likable. But really, even so, is he any more likable than the average person? On top of that, he's not handsome, he's not young. So why do we keep, and this is a recurring question in my mind, why do we keep seeing some actors, and not just actors, but movie stars, over and over and over again? Unless he's like one of the producers, unless he had a critical voice in the making of this movie, I really don't see why they picked him. Maybe he picked himself if he was a producer. Who knows? But the point becomes even more poignant because there is zero, in my opinion, chemistry between him and the female lead, which is, as I mentioned, Charlize Theron. And the whole premise of the movie is, which is a romantic comedy, and granted, it does have some very few chuckle out loud moments. I don't recall laughing out loud at any point. But I'm not very easy to laugh anyway. I don't know if you get that impression from my videos. But anyway, as I said, 0, in my view, chemistry between Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron, which are supposed to sell us on the central story point, which is the development of a romantic relationship between the two. Highly improbable. I mean, just, the story itself is so improbable, so unbelievable, so hard to swallow that the Secretary of State and some random and quite unattractive, I'm sorry, but I mean, you'll say that this is a matter of opinion, but I personally do not find him, whereas at least she is considered. I mean, I don't see it. She's considered, and this is one of the main points of the movie, an attractive woman. Which brings me to my second point. Why Charlize Theron? I've never liked that actress. Ever. I find her extremely unlikable. Also, for many years I was under the misimpression, I believe, from a video I'd watched of an episode of Inside the Actor's Studio that she had shot her father, who had attempted to assault her and her mother, but I was probably mistaken. It was a misconception. Maybe I think her mother shot her father, I don't know, but there's, I think, some kind of terrible secret in that family. But regardless, I've never liked that woman, and I really can't see why she's a movie star. If she's still considered a movie star, I don't know. I mean, she's done everything. She's even done commercials, so who knows? I mean, the lines are so blurred nowadays between the various media. I mean, a good TV series can be more successful than a mediocre or a bad movie that is released nationwide. So, I don't know, it's not like it was in the time of the greats, Joan Crawfords and Rita Hayworth, that a movie star was had demigod status also. So I don't know. So I'm approaching my home, and although I could say more about this, I would say that, if there is nothing else playing, I think that, like me, you'll be mildly entertained by this movie. But really, you can tell, I can tell when I'm not enjoying a movie, when I keep waiting for the end credits to roll so I can get out. Anyway, let me wrap it up right here, because otherwise the rant would go on, and I mean, negative reviews have their place, I guess, but a negative review means that you didn't enjoy the movie. So anyway, I'll talk to you soon, hopefully.